Hello, my name is Apurbo Samanto. I welcome you to LearnerBuddy. Let us continue exploring UiPath Clipboard AI. Before we start, I would like to strongly recommend you to watch each and every video present in the playlist UiPath Clipboard AI to get a detailed understanding on UiPath Clipboard AI. So let's get started. From the very beginning of this playlist, we are talking about copy and paste with power of artificial intelligence. That means UiPath Clipboard AI has its own intelligence which will make a difference between the conventional copy paste job and the copy paste job with UiPath Clipboard AI. So let us see some real world usage of UiPath Clipboard AI. Let's get started. First of all, let me open Excel. I will go with a blank workbook and here is our Excel. So let me make a sample table. Let me take some sample columns like name, country, then city, then mobile number, then email ID. Let me fill some demo data so I can put my name, country is India, city is Kolkata, mobile number. So let me have a demo mobile number with only 5 digits. So let me put 5 9s and email ID. Okay. So let me take a second name that is John. Country is USA. City is New York. Mobile number, let's suppose again 5 digits. So 88888. And email ID, let's suppose John at the rate outlook.com. So I have kept a demo email ID for John. Let me take a third name that is Hari. Country is UK. Let's suppose city is London. Mobile number is again 5 digits. So it would be like 77777. And email ID, let's suppose it's Hari at the rate. It's again gmail.com. So we have built a sample table on sheet number 1. Let me create a new sheet that is sheet number 2. Now let us perform the copy paste with the help of UiPath Clipboard AI. First of all, let us select the whole table. So we have selected. Now we are going to copy the data. Now if you see properly into the copy window, that is now mentioned as copy cells instead of copy window, because UiPath Clipboard AI is so intelligent that it has recognized that we are copying the data from Excel. So that's why it is saying now copy cells instead of copy window. But if I minimize the Excel and now if I want to copy, then you can see it's copy window instead of copy cells. And here we will be having copy region because this is window. This is not any Excel cells. So that's why with its intelligence, it got to know that this is window, not Excel cells. But if I go back to Excel and now if I want to copy, then again we can see it's copy cells instead of copy window. So from here we can get to know that how much intelligent UiPath Clipboard AI is. So let us copy the data. Now it is analyzing the copied data. Now it has copied the data as Excel. Now if we go to sheet number 2 and if we just select the cell, now if we paste the data, we will be seeing the whole data from the source, that is sheet number 1, will be pasted into the destination, that is sheet number 2. So let us paste the data. Yeah, you can see here we have received the whole data from sheet number 1. If you see here, we had name, country, city, mobile number and email ID. All the data from sheet number 1 has been pasted to sheet number 2. We can say that this was a simple copy paste operation. So let us make it a bit difficult now. So now let us create a new sheet, that is sheet number 3, and now instead of having all the columns, we will be removing few columns in sheet number 3. So let us do that. So now we are having 5 columns, but let us remove 2 columns. One, we will remove city, so I am deleting it, and the second, we can remove email ID. So let me remove it. Here I have removed it. Now we have already copied the data, so that's why we will not be copying it again, but let us paste the data. So now we can paste the data. Let us paste it. Wow, it has got to know that two of our columns, that were the city and email ID, has been deleted. That's why it has pasted the data based on our requirement and column names. We had only 3 columns: name, country and mobile number. That's why it has pasted the data accordingly. So here also UiPath Clipboard AI shows its intelligence. Now let us create a new sheet, that is sheet number 4. Here we will not be keeping any column names, but let us paste the data with the help of Clipboard AI. So let us paste it. Once we will be pasting the data, we will be seeing that the column headers will also be generated by Clipboard AI. So let us paste. Here you can see all the copied data from sheet number 1, from where we had copied the data, has been pasted into sheet number 4, and we are having the data exactly same from sheet number 1, and we are having the column headers as well. So what will be happening if we will be pasting the data again? If as human being we paste the data again into sheet number 4, we will not definitely paste the column headers, because column headers are already there. We just need the data according to the column headers, means column names. So let us check the same intelligence is present with Clipboard AI or not. That means whether UiPath Clipboard AI will skip pasting the column headers, that means the column names, that is main, country, city, mobile number and email ID. So let us test its intelligence now. Let us paste the data again. Great. We are not having the column headers because those are already there into sheet number 4. So we can see it has pasted the data like a human. It hasn't pasted the column headers again because we already have it. So let us test one more thing. Let us change few of the column names. So let us test that. We are copying the column headers. So let us create a new sheet, that is sheet number 5, and let us paste the columns. But now let me modify the column header names. So instead of mobile number, so let me just keep it as mobile, and instead of email ID, let me keep it as email. Now let us test whether UiPath Clipboard AI has the human-like intelligence to recognize mobile as mobile number and email as email ID. So let us test. Let me just paste the data now because we had already copied the data from sheet number 1. Now you can see we have received one mapper from UiPath Clipboard AI, and it is checking with us whether the data extracted by UiPath Clipboard AI has been mapped correctly or not. So let us just verify. In the name section of this sheet number 5, we have the name correctly. In country, we are having the correct countries, and in the city, we are having correct cities. So we had changed two fields, that is mobile number to mobile and email ID to email. Again, UiPath Clipboard AI has mapped it very well. So in mobile, you can see that it has mapped the mobile number copied from sheet number 1, and in email field, it has mentioned the email IDs copied from sheet number 1. So all the data which have been mapped by UiPath Clipboard AI is exactly the same we had copied from sheet number 1, and it is 100% accurate. So let us paste the data. Wow, great. So we have received the whole data accurately. One thing to let you know, let's suppose we are creating again a sheet, that is sheet number 6, and we are copying the same headers from sheet number 5 and pasting into sheet number 6 just to have headers pre-available. So now if we again paste it and we can open the mapper, here it will be opening the mapper for us. Let's suppose UiPath Clipboard AI is unable to map the data to the correct field. Then what you need to do, you just need to click on this down arrow and you can just map the data accurately. So we are searching for name, and let's suppose UiPath Clipboard AI was not able to map the name field with our requirement. Then what you need to do, you just need to map the data correctly so that UiPath Clipboard AI will be processing the data correctly from the next run. That means if we are just mapping this name extracted fields with the destination field, that is name, UiPath Clipboard AI will recognize it correctly and we will be having all the values from copied data. So let me here map the name fields to the destination name. It were correctly extracted, but just to show you, I am just clicking on the name extracted data. So here we are getting it, and we need to just click on paste data. But before that, if you want to ignore any data from pasting, then what you need to do, you just need to click on this ignore at paste button. So that's it. This particular field will be ignored during pasting. Now let us paste the data and see how it's working. Wow, great. Now you can see we have ignored pasting of the city values. That's why the city column is completely blank, though we are receiving the exact data for rest of the 4 columns. As of now, we have only worked with Excel. That means our source was Excel and destination was also Excel. Source was sheet number 1 and destination were sheet number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That means as of now we have seen structured tabular data extraction. Now let us see data extraction from plain text. So let me open Notepad. Let me write something in Notepad. Here I will be writing something about me. So let me write. My name is Apurva Samanta. I am working for EYGDS as a senior software engineer since 2021. Now let me put a full stop over here. I run a YouTube channel named LearnerBuddy. Let me put a full stop again. Now let me write I am from India. That's it. So I have written something about me and that is in a form of plain text. So now let us test how UiPath Clipboard AI will be extracting these details and we will be having these details into a destination that would be sheet number 7. Now let me put the column headers for which we will be asking the data from UiPath Clipboard AI. So let me put the column headers. I will be asking for name. I will be asking for my country, my organization name, organization joining date, and my YouTube channel name. That's it. We can ask for this data only. Now let us copy the data from its source, that is Notepad. Let us copy it first. Now if you see, we are getting the copy panel as copy window, but for Excel it was copy cells. That means UiPath Clipboard AI is so intelligent that it can detect a window and detect cells as well. Now let us copy the data from this notepad, that is the source, and the data is there as plain text. So now let us copy it. Now it is analyzing the data from its source. Wow, great. So the data has been copied. Now let us paste the data into this Excel sheet, that is sheet number 7. Let us paste it. Awesome. We have received the data exactly and accurately. Here is my name, here is my country, here is the organization name, and here the organization joining date, and here is my YouTube channel name. Now, let me show you something. Let me try to paste this data again. Here I will open the mapper. Now we can see each and every data has been mapped accurately and we have received all the data. Now if we verify it with our source, that is the notepad, let us check. Here is my name, that is Apurva Samanto. Now if you see, for the name field in destination, it has extracted my name from the source, that is the notepad, and it has captured my name perfectly, that is Apurva Samanta. Now here is my country name, that is India. If you see the source file, that is notepad, here I had written my country name in different way, that I had written I am from India. I didn't say directly that my country name is India, though it has extracted my country name accurately. That means UiPath Clipboard AI is so intelligent that it can read a text like a human being. That's why it has extracted the data accurately. Here it has also extracted my organization name, that is UIGDS, but here I have written it in different form that I am working for UIGDS. I didn't say that my organization name is UIGDS, though it has recognized it properly. My organization name has been extracted properly. Here organization joining date, I haven't said it directly that my joining date in EY was 2021. Rather, I had just said that I am working for UiGDS since 2021, but it has got the meaning of that particular sentence and it has extracted the data correctly. Here also my YouTube channel name. Here I said I run a YouTube channel named LearnerBuddy. Now you can just think deeply that what exactly I have said into the source file, that is the notepad, and how Clipboard AI is using its intelligence to get the exact data from one particular sentence. Now, if you see all the fields in this mapper, then you can observe these two arrows. From here, we can write our own query to get a specific value from UiPath Clipboard AI. So let us test it. Now, here you can see my organization joining date, that is 2021. Now, let me check the intelligence of UiPath Clipboard AI and let me ask UiPath Clipboard AI to put this organization joining date in some different form. We will be asking Clipboard AI that whether I have joined before 2023 or not. So, let me use my prompt, that is before 2023, yes or no. That means I am asking UiPath Clipboard AI to say whether I have joined my organization before 2023 or not. Let me just hit the enter button. And here you can see it is saying me that yes, I have joined before 2023. So if I now paste the data into this sheet, that is sheet number 7, and we will be having a difference. That means in D column, instead of having the organization joining date 2021, we will be receiving the data as yes, because I have asked UiPath Clipboard AI to put the joining date as yes or no. So let me paste the data. Here you can see instead of having 2021, that is exactly the date, we are receiving yes. So now we have seen how to extract data from plain text format with intelligence of UiPath Clipboard AI. As of now, we have seen the proven expertise of UiPath Clipboard AI in the field of data extraction and copy paste from two different sources. One was tabular data, that is the table based data, and the second one was plain text. Now let us see if UiPath Clipboard AI has the intelligence and capability to extract the data from any financial document, that is invoice. So let me open one invoice. Here I will go to downloads and I have one particular invoice downloaded from internet. So let me open this invoice first. Now let me zoom in this invoice so that we can see the invoice fields clearly. So in this invoice, we are having invoice number, order number, invoice date, due date, total due, the issuing company of this invoice, and the company which this invoice was billed to. Here we can see a table where we will be finding one particular service provided and the details associated with the service, and here we will be finding the subtotal, tax, and the total again. Let me zoom out a bit so that we can get this invoice in one screen. Now let us test the capability of UiPath Clipboard AI, whether it will be able to capture the details from this invoice or not. Now let me copy the data from this invoice. Now it is analyzing the data and copied the data. Now let me go back to Excel and create a new sheet, that is sheet 8, and let me try to get whole data captured by UiPath Clipboard AI. I will not make any header pre-available. So let us paste the whole data what we have captured through UiPath Clipboard AI. Let me put the data. Here we can open Mapper as well. If we see that here we have received one mapper, and let me open our invoice as well so that we can check. Let me make the Clipboard AI mapper in this position. Now if we check invoice number, that is INV 3337. Here we can get the invoice number INV 3337. Then it has extracted vendor name. So here if we see, vendor name is demo sliced invoice. Here we can see the name is demo sliced invoices, and the vendor address exactly same we are getting from here, and the invoice date, if we see the invoice date here, invoice date is January 25, 2016. Here we can see it's 25th January 2016. Again, we can change the format of this invoice date as well, but we'll see it in few minutes. And the due date, that is 31st January 2016. Here is the due date, that is 2016 31st January, and the total amount, that is $93.50. Here it is $93.50, and vendor email, if we go here, we will be finding the vendor email as admin@slicedinvoice.com. Here we will be finding the vendor invoice, and the billing name, which is test business. Here we are finding test, and now the billing address exactly same what is present over here. The net amount, here we'll be finding the same value in subtotal. Here the tax is also there, that is 8.50. Here we can find it 8.50, and the bank name, that is ANZ Bank. Here if we see, it is ANZ Bank. So let me paste the data because we have just reviewed the data and it's all good. So let me paste the data. Here we can see we have successfully pasted the data, and this header is for the values we just received from the upper side of this invoice, and this table has been pasted into here. You can see in this table portion. Now, let's suppose we don't want this table data that is relevant for the service provided as per this invoice, and we just need the data which is present upper side of that invoice, that is this data only. So let me just have these headers. That's it. From invoice number to total amount we will be dealing with. So let me create a new sheet, that is sheet number 9. Okay, so we have pasted the headers. Now we will be having the value of these headers through UiPath Clipboard AI. We have already copied the data, so let us just paste it. We will be going with paste with mapper option. So here we will be opening mapper. Now you can see the mapper has been opened. We are getting the same values for invoice number, vendor name, vendor address, invoice date, due date, and total amount. As we have seen in the last extraction demo, that how we can modify the extracted data as per our choice. So here also we will be having some demonstration about the same. Here, the invoice date is mentioned in year, month, and day format. Let's suppose we don't want this type of date format. Instead of this type of date format, let's suppose we will be requiring the date format as day, then month, then year. So let me pass a comment to UiPath Clipboard AI. Here we will be writing from YYYY, that is the year, then month, that is MM, then the day, that is DD, to DD, that is day, that is month, and YYYY, that is. So we will be requiring in this format, that is day, month, and year. Let me press enter. Wow, great. So we have just changed the date format from year, month, day to day, month, year. Now let us do the same thing for due date as well. Here we will be also writing the same from YYYY MM DD to DD MM YYYY. So let me press enter and we have got it. Now, if we go to our invoice back, then we can find that this invoice total amount was in dollar format, but we want this amount from US dollar to Indian rupee. Then what we need to do, we just need to pass again command to UiPath Clipboard AI so that it can convert the amount from USD to Indian rupee, that is INR. So we will be writing like this from USD, that is US dollar, to INR, that is Indian rupee. Let me press enter. Awesome. We have received the amount in Indian rupees. You can see here it is saying the initial value was 93.50 USD, but the current value is in INR, that is 7759.34 rupee. Isn't it so interesting? So that's it. Now let me paste the data. Awesome. So we have received the data from the invoice, and here you can see the invoice number, vendor name, vendor address, and the invoice date. We have converted from year, month, day to day, month, year, and it is same for due date as well. And here we are having the total amount in Indian rupee. So now we can see how UiPath Clipboard AI is intelligent to capture the data from any finance document, that is invoice, through its intelligence and convert the data as per our choice. I feel it super awesome. As of now, we have extracted data from table, that is Excel. We have extracted data from plain text format, that is from Notepad, and we have also extracted the data from specific financial document, that is invoice. That means our sources were different. We had three different sources, but our destination was very same, that is Excel. Now let us set our level very high and let us take tabular data as our source and let us take a web form as our destination. So let's check whether UiPath Clipboard AI will pass this examination or not. So first of all, let me open my browser, that is Chrome, and let me select my this profile. Now, let me go to one website that is commonly known as RPA Challenge, and it is very popular among the RPA developers. So, let me go to RPA Challenge website. This is the website, so you can just search for RPA challenge in Google and you will be landing to this website. Otherwise, I will be providing the link of RPA challenge website in the video description. If you are RPA developer, probably you have already visited this RPA challenge website. This is the web form I was talking about. So let us keep some tabular data as source and we will be using this RPA challenge website form as our destination. And let us test UiPath Clipboard AI whether it has so much intelligence to pass this exam or not. Let us prepare some data to put in the RPA challenge web form. Let us check what are the fields that will be required to perform this RPA challenge form. Now, let us keep all the required fields as per this RPA challenge form as our Excel headers. So, let us take one by one. The first one is email. Now, the second one we can find as first name. The third one we can take as last name. The fourth one we can take as phone number. And let us check if we have many more. So this is address, but we will not be writing it very lengthy. Instead of having this address, let us just write the country. Let us go for the next one, that is company name. And the last one, that is role in company. Okay, so we have prepared our headers. So let me fill the data in. Email. So let's suppose I am taking my email, so I will put a random email ID, apurva@gmail.com. My first name Apurva, last name Samantha, phone number again I'll just go with 5-digit phone numbers 99999. Country India. Company name I work for UiGDS, so I will put UiGDS. Role in company I am senior software engineer. Senior software engineer. Let us take a second person, that is again John. Last name, let's suppose Thomas. Phone number again with 5 digits 88888. Country USA. Company name, let's suppose it's PwC. Role in company, let's suppose technical lead. And let's suppose the email ID is Thomas at the rate pwc.com. Now let us take a third name, that is Hari, and let's suppose the last name is Sarma. Phone number again 5 digits. Country is let's suppose UK. Company name let's suppose TCS. Role in the company, let's suppose he is system engineer. And let's suppose the email ID is something like hari@tcs.com. So here I have kept all the email IDs randomly. So there is no real values of this email IDs. Let's suppose we are having this data in a tabular format in this Excel. Now, if I want to put all the data into this RPA challenge website form, then how we will be going? First of all, we need to copy the data from the table. So let me select the whole table and let me copy the cells. Wow, we have copied the cell values. Now, let us check it very carefully now. Let me go back to the form. The main challenge in this RPA challenge web form is that all the fields will be randomly changing. That means, let's suppose as of now, email is at the first position in this form, but in the next time we can see the email is at the last position. In this manner, the fields will be changing its position. So we will be watching this in the way. Let us start. We have already copied the data. Now let me put it into the form. Let me just paste the copied data. If we open the mapper, we can see all the email IDs present over here. That is my mail ID, this is John's mail ID, and this is Hari's mail ID. The last name of three of us, that is Samantha, Thomas, and Sarma. The first name of three of us, Apurbo, John, and Hari. Phone numbers are also present, but we can see the value of address field has not been extracted. As I mentioned in this video only, that let's suppose for any particular field, this UiPath Clipboard AI is unable to extract the value. That means it needs your help just to map the data. Then you just need to guide UiPath Clipboard AI to know what is the exact value of this address field. So now let me map the address value to the exact field on tabular form. As I have just changed the value, actually it was requiring address, but I made it as country. We can take the country as address. So I am just clicking in country to inform UiPath Clipboard AI that we are taking country as address. And in the role in company, you can see all the roles are mentioned over here, and here is the company name, that is EYGDS, PwC, and TCS. Now let us paste the data. Now look it very closely. Wow, great. So now it has put all the data accordingly. First is email. Email value has been put in email field. Same goes for last name, first name, phone number, role in company, address, and company name. As I mentioned earlier, that if we are just showing UiPath Clipboard AI for a single time that this is the value of a particular field, then it will keep it in memory that what we had instructed to UiPath Clipboard AI. Now, we have filled the form for the first row, that is the first entry. Now, let me submit it. But before submitting, just have a close look into this form and see the email ID is now in the first position. Now, let us submit and see how the positions will be going to change. Now you can see email ID is here. It is not there in the first position. Now phone number is in the first position. Now let's check whether this manipulation in fields can be recognized by UiPath Clipboard AI or not. Now let us paste the data. Now it is matching the fields with the extracted values. Great. Now you can see, though the position of the fields have been changed, but UiPath Clipboard AI is intelligent enough to recognize the field keywords, and it can put the exact field value into that exact value to its relevant field. Here is the phone number, address, first name, last name, role in company, email ID, and company name. So UiPath Clipboard AI has passed for the second entry as well. So let me submit it. We are having the last record, that is for Hari. Now let us again check. Here we have received a change in position for the fields again. So now role in company is there in the first position. Let us paste the data. Again it is matching the fields with the extracted data. Excellent. Here we can see the exact values has been put into the relevant fields only. That is role in company, phone number, last name, email ID, first name, company name, and address. So let me submit it again. That's it. We have done it accurately. But for you, once you will be trying to implement the same thing in RPA challenge web form with UiPath Clipboard AI, what you can do, you can just download this Excel. You will be having the data pre-available relevant to these fields, and you can just try to execute UiPath Clipboard AI to paste the data into this web form, and after that you will be having a score out of 10. Okay, that's it. So we have just seen 4 real world usage of UiPath Clipboard AI. Now you can explore testing with UiPath Clipboard AI with your personal ID cards like PAN card, passport, any ID card, and many more documents you may have. Just keep exploring UiPath Clipboard AI. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for staying with me to explore the real world usage of UiPath Clipboard AI. Don't forget to subscribe LearnerBuddy to stay connected with LearnerBuddy and learn together with LearnerBuddy. Thank you.